I'm about to shank it.
Excuse me, my good bitch, but may I please beg your finest fucking pardon?
I'm about to shank it.
Disappointed!
So, come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation. So I'll...
Excuse me, my good bitch, but may I please beg your finest fucking pardon?
Spooky, scary skeletons and down your spine. Skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a... You'll shake and in surprise when you hear these shriek. We're so sorry, skeletons.
I'm about to shank it.
We want to socialize, but I don't think we should. A spooky, scary skeleton shouts startling, shrilly screams. They'll sneak from their burgers and just won't leave you be.
There we go. Yeah, so Autumn, say hi. Okay, I've got to make sure that you're coming through. Say it again, please.
Hello.
There we go. Okay. Yep. Yeah. We hung out in Anna's chat for what, like 2 hours at least, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
And then she kept having crashing issues. I think she
Yeah.
just rated out.
Eventually, which I don't blame her, honestly.
Yeah. I have at least cutting in and out issues, and we still don't even know what that is because it's not our actual. It shouldn't be our actual connection. It never should be.
Yeah.
It's gotta be something with my OBS, probably.
You know, it's so hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah.
I also forgot to start my phone, so I'm so prepared right now.
Dude, I feel you. The last 2 streams, I get started, and not to mention that I also was a little distracted last stream, getting into stream. I totally forgot to open up Mix It Up, so people were redeeming their brain biscuits, and it wasn't counting them. I'm like, no, not again. I'm still on top of that usually, but I was so rushed. I was like, oh no, I haven't started yet.
Yeah.
I need to take it easy. I need to just slow down. If I'm already late, I'm running late. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not like, you know, we're big streamers and we gotta be prompt all the time, because who even does that? Even the big streamers don't do that. So, like, you know, it's all loosey-goosey.
I don't know. You came back around for the end of my stream yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I finished up.
I saw that. Yeah, you finished it. And that's when I was all like, hey, I'm willing to get... What's the next one?
Yeah.
Reanimal or whatever?
3?
Is
Reanimal
is 3 the multiplayer?
Yes, 3
Okay.
is the multiplayer.
I will tell you,
I think I
am terrible at platformers.
Don't worry, we can both be terrible at platformers, because perspective fucks me up in this game.
Yeah.
You see I struggle with it a lot, but I don't get as, peeved off with it now when I'm playing with the keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, with some games you just need keyboard and mouse, you know?
Yeah, I used to be much better at playing controller with games, because I grew up on Xbox. And then, I transitioned. I really didn't have console anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I only played PC. The only reason I'll ever use a controller is driving games. I can't do driving games, keyboard or mouse.
Yeah, for me, it's driving games and some shooters. Like, if it's Halo, I have to have a controller.
That one, I think if I ever play Halo again, it has to be controller, because muscle memory. It's controller.
Yeah.
I have a chance to actually play that too, because hubby has the entire collection. Future idea.
Yeah.
I just used to only play like the free mode and Halo Reach build. I don't even remember what the storyline of the Halo Reach was, because I played through the first section of it, and then I just was like, building.
Yeah, I only played the first one and the second one, and a little bit of the third. I didn't play the third because I didn't have a console for it. Like, I didn't have a 360. But my cousin had a 360, and he invited me over to play with him because he was mad that his brother refused to play with him anymore. And so I did that, and he got mad at me because within like the first 1 or 2 games that we played versus each other, I memorized where all the different weapons were.
Oh yeah, I used
He
to play
hated
against
that.
my big brother,
Which,
and my brother is insane at PvP games. So
yeah, which
got my butt kicked all the time.
to be fair, he was also I think like 8, so I was definitely using like older knowledge because like
I
they
used
didn't
to,
change where all the weapons were, you know. So
That remind me of like I used to invite my neighbor over, and I just invite him over so we could play games on the Xbox, and we usually only played like Left 4 Dead 2.
mhm.
And I'm just as much as a wuss as I was then. So he died, and they respawn in closets. And you can go get your teammate back in the closets, but I can't remember what section it was. It was the parking garage in the
Mhm.
basement. And he's like, "Come back and get me." I'm like, "No, I'm not going back in there." He got so mad at me and just, put the controller down and walked back home. And I'm like, oh. He got angry a lot, very easily. I used to call him Sebastian the Krabby Crab. He fucking hated that.
Do I want wings?
Wings?
Yeah,
What kind of wings?
wings. I usually get plain wings because I'm streaming.
Yeah, you don't want that sauce everywhere.
Right. But I
You
really
get-
like
you
their.
get dipping sauce?
I like the mango habanero sauce that they have.
Mm. I'm a go-to person with ranch. I have a ranch
I had
plan.
ranch ruined for me early on. Once I understood, like once I hit puberty and stuff, and I understood like sexy times and whatnot, all of the kids around me kept calling it cum, and it was kind of like I knew the texture because my mom did my sex education because she wanted me to be informed, and so like I knew what the consistency was, and that consistency was always like an ick for me. Like it made me want to gag all the time. So like just the association of that with ranch just ruined it for me.
I don't blame you, but I also didn't have a whole lot. I'm not as easily thrown off from things.
You know, I'm
except
not
for, like,
either.
Fake vanilla extract.
But you know how kids just harp on things all the time. That's kind of what happened.
I feel like there's some things like that with me, but I can't think of them like on the spot.
Mm-hmm,
But I definitely think there has been things that like that were ruined for me in childhood because kids just have to say things.
Yeah, yeah, because kids don't understand that that doing the same joke over and over isn't as funny as explaining the joke that you just did.
No, kids they get a reaction out of it, so the kids are like, "This is doing great. I'm gonna do it again."
Yeah, and then that's translated into everybody doing that on social media because algorithm is just basically a kid picking things.
Oh my god, I never thought about that. That basically is it.
It is. It really is. Especially like with the way TikTok used to be when like the algorithm was actually good. That was completely different. But like the way it is now, it's such a basic algorithm that
There was a small time frame where TikTok was a huge improvement from Musically.
yeah. Maybe I'll do boneless wings. I'm not a big fan of the boneless wings, but maybe I'll do boneless. Because then I can just finger it. I mean, what?
I was gonna say it's less, eating around bones. So
Yeah.
More, I think it's probably more meat, but
well, I don't see. Here's the thing: is like I like the bone in because I feel like the bone adds flavoring, whereas like the boneless,
like the flavoring. I just like handle.
Yeah, the boneless are more like just chicken breast, whereas like the bone in, those are more like the thighs and stuff. So it's closer to dark meat, and I really like the dark meat.
Yeah, meat's pretty good. We've only recently started getting back into like actually getting chicken, but we won't buy pre-cut chicken breast or any other things. We now get the frozen small chicken, and we'll thaw it out and prep him.
Dark meat,
ourselves.
like turkey and chicken, yeah.
I don't really like turkey unless it's
I'm not a
cooked
big
right
fan
and
of
it's really
turkey.
moist.
But I do know how to cook one where it doesn't take forever and it still stays moist.
Yeah, no, too many people don't know how to cook turkey right, and it comes out
Right.
so dry.
Yeah.
That's why when I'm eating at those houses, I will take the turkey that's been, soaking in the juices at the bottom of the tray.
Yeah, like right next to the neck and stuff. The back.
Good.
Well, Donna, if you would fax me a turkey once in a while, I would be able to taste it. Okay, so like so far I've got 2 pizzas and a jalapeno and pineapple nugget.
Dude, there's this place that me and hubby like to go to as like our go-to date spot. Really don't change it up often. They do nice cycling of their menu that it's not too bad to go back to every single time.
Mm-hmm.
And they added a new thing to their menu the last time we went. It was so good. It was buffalo cauliflower. So instead of buffalo wings, it was cauliflower prepped like buffalo wings.
Yeah.
It was so good. And we got it with the buffalo sauce. It was doing that spice. And
I've
it was
heard
so
of that.
good. Oh,
I would love to try that, but unfortunately I'm not able to have cauliflower.
you can't?
No, because I take synthetic thyroid, it reduces my body's ability to absorb the synthetic thyroid.
I totally forgot about that. I haven't lived with someone taking thyroid medication in so long.
If I had an overactive thyroid, I would be able to eat all that stuff all I wanted to because it actually helps suppress the extra hormones that it makes. So
yeah.
But unfortunately, I am missing flesh. Also, just figured out my air fryer is basically everything but a microwave. Yes, I've been talking about that for ages. What are you talking about?
You use your air fryer religiously? You tell me you clean it out every single time, though, Donut, right?
I mean, he thought an air fryer was just to make basic air fryer stuff. And rather, you can use the settings to bake and other things.
Dude, I've been seeing people like, this is how I make breakfast in my air fryer. And they toss, like, different things in there.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, they're trying to make, like, the mixed egg.
Right.
Egg pop things. And I was like, this is kind of gross.
It does look kind of gross.
Someone made meatloaf in theirs once. I was like, oh. It looks so bland. I have a specific way I like to make meatloaf, and it comes out real good.
Okay, I lied. We're not getting Domino's because they're still having issues with the card. So, screw those guys. I'm going home.
I don't really like Domino's to begin with.
I don't, but
too much.
Mom loves them.
I don't like all of the seasonings from the crust getting on my finger. It's gross.
I mean, use a fork.
I always get told I'm freaking evil when I do it.
You know what? Do it despite them. Do it because they think you're evil.
When I was in high school, I used to eat my pizza with a fork just to mess with my friends, and they started, like, confiscating every fork I grabbed. Like, you guys do realize I have other food that is fork food, right? They're like, yep.
Live in spite, yeah.
You eat that pizza.
Yeah, it's so weird how some people deal with stuff. Also, I don't know what IMOS is.
You need to chill.
I don't know what IMOS is.
Ordering IMOS? Did I miss it?
Donut lives like central US. So I think he's saying
a lot of stuff that's like
it's a St. Louis pizza place, all thin crust.
Thin crust. like a little bit more of a.
I like me some Chicago style.
Or occasionally cheese filled crust.
Ooh, stuffed crust is real good.
Yeah, I did that once with one of my homemade pizzas. So. I love being able to make like my own stuff because I also did breakfast pizza once. So good. Better than like the stuff you can just buy. So much better because it's fresh. It's not been sitting in a box for a little while.
Nickname Slow's nickname.
It's fucking forever.
Oh yeah.
You're really selling it, Donut.
I
Yeah,
know,
we
right?
both
It
agree.
definitely makes me want to go to St. Louis and try them specifically.
Dude, we've been to restaurants that like they take forever to get the food out to you and you're just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's one of the place I'm thinking of specifically that's like local is it's nice. It's a small place. It's not like a franchise like restaurant or anything. But you know, they get kind of busy. They have busy nights. They do drag queen shows sometimes, so like they do get quite a bit of people in and out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And it just gets so busy and sometimes understaffed, and you're waiting for your food for like an hour. And
Yeah.
sometimes half an hour over an hour. And like you're already hungry when you get there, so I mean, wait, whoa, they use
Hold
real
on, I
bacon.
have
Oh,
to
hell yeah.
check with my mom for something. The chat can hear you.
I will keep chat entertained. Now, when we get pork now, we get like a big thing of pork, and I will cut my own bacon slices now, Donut. So I can definitely do my own real bacon on my pizza. I'm just too lazy. I hate cooking it up. Like it's more of a I hate touching raw meat. So the process of cutting the raw meat into slices already has me overstimulated. Yes, bacon. It's so much better though when I cut the slices myself, and I can make thick cuts. I like my bacon thick cut. It's real good. The only time I'll actually eat fat because I don't like the texture of fat, but bacon fat isn't really that bad. I've had somebody else mention that. I don't have the money to go buy gloves, and I don't think I don't know about the place we go grocery shopping. They constantly have things changing out, so I don't know if they have like a small pack of actual like kitchen gloves. And we do technically have gloves in the house, but they're the automotive kind, and I don't know if they have anything like powders on them that I don't need on food. But for the most part, I just do my usual shit. I do what I'm doing. I'm like cutting up the meat, and every so often go over to the sink and rinse my hands off. Yeah, I don't think they carry them at the store. You get it. We shop at a Costco, so you know that's the big box store. Like they have, you know, you're basically stocking up on shit kind of thing. And they constantly are cycling things out, so I never know when things are in. But I do fine with my system of going between the sink, rinsing my hands off. Heck, I'll crack an egg, you know, and in between cracking eggs, I rinse my fingers off. I'm that type of person when cooking. Everything I do, I must rinse off the fingers.
Oh,
Or
I'm
hands.
not. I'm not that way at all. I'm gross when I cook. I don't wash my hands unless it's like in between me touching different ingredients. But if I'm like
My
cooking
friend
eggs,
said-
I will cook all of the eggs and then wash my hands.
My friend said that I reminded them of a raccoon when they're cleaning their food. Being very hygienic and cleaning
Yeah.
hands.
Can you crack your eggs using one hand though?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I usually get away with his because I only use the one hand and then I'll use the other hand for touching other stuff.
I mean, I've done that with some things, like if I can't help it. Like usually, my clean hand is usually the one holding the knife when I'm like cutting meat, but sometimes I can't help. Like with the chicken, I've got to pull the joints out. Hate that process. I gag the whole
That's
time.
why
Fucking
I
prepping
don't.
chicken.
I don't cut my own chicken. I'm lucky
Yeah,
in that we still get like even though they're not family owned anymore, we still get like foster farms, and they're still pretty good with their chicken. So I just buy
can't
the
leave
parts.
water running, donut. That would bring up the water bill.
Yeah, some
I
of
did
us
it
can't
often.
afford that kind of water bill.
Oh, water bill's already kind of high because hubby, for 2 times this month, this month, left the hose running and forgot overnight. So the water
Ooh,
bill. The water bill was a little
yeah,
more this month.
yeah. Looks like I'm ordering from Subway instead.
I'm a Jimmy John's person.
Jimmy John's will not deliver to where I am because we're just outside of that area.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really order fast food anymore. Thank God. I mean, I can't really do that anyway, but I used to have a really bad habit, like door dashing, when I could have easily walked to wherever I was door dashing from. Oh, it was such a bad habit. Especially getting McDonald's door dashed. I can
Oh,
proudly say I've not had any fast food in like 2 years now. And I feel so much better for it. I don't know why. McDonald's is so addictive. Like I know it made me feel sick, but I just couldn't stop eating it.
I don't have an issue not eating McDonald's. But also the punk side of me is just so strong that I try not to support companies like that.
Yeah.
So like even if I'm craving it, I will go to someplace else.
We just usually like for the most part now we just go to like actual like sit-in restaurants and stuff. Nix.
Hi, Nix.
Yeah. Probably takes me to the places I've yet to actually ever been to. Yeah. I think a few years ago was the first time I'd ever been into a Denny's.
Oh, I've been thinking about going to Denny's just because breakfast.
So good.
Yeah.
I love breakfast food.
But
it was a really funny experience because we got to overhear someone's conversation. They asked the waiter to go back into the back and like microwave their milk, but the way they talk like a person who uses like W's instead of like it's just the speech impediment where you're basically just it just made it sound even more funny.
Hey, Donut, we're not going to buy it. You know why? Not only is the price point high for GTA 6, but they're going to require a subscription.
Ew. I also just never really showed interest. I don't really care.
But also,
in general,
it's what, like 300 gigabytes or something like that? No.
God, games are getting bigger and bigger.
No.
You can teleport to a Waffle House.
We don't have a Waffle House. The nearest Waffle House here is actually in Colorado.
Oh, where's... I don't even know what the nearest one is.
If I could teleport, I would just teleport to Donut's house and make him make me dinner. Because I know he likes making dinner for peoples.
Yeah, the only one closest to me is the state below me. Non-existent here. Oh, that's cute. I like that pumpkin. That new?
Wait, someone actually said that they can teleport? That's nuts.
Oh my god, that's insane. Does he have a brain worm too?
I love that that's an actual thing.
You said he has teleported to a waffle. Oh no, I know who you're talking about.
I have
Oh,
not heard
gee.
this. I don't know that I want to hear this.
I watched a YouTuber talk about it because it's so funny. It was so funny. Oh, the guy sounded so serious about it too. Like, oh my god, I hope the dude's okay. Like, I hope he's mentally okay. I really hope there isn't anything actually physically going on in his brain because that is just that's insane.
There's a buy one get one free. Holy cow! What?
I mean,
Mm.
probably Donut, and just totally forgot he did. The Greys abducted me, dropped me off at a Waffle House, and you know, technically teleportation. I'm surprised it was teleportation and not, the Greys. Usually it's, the aliens. But I think we're getting past the alien stuff.
My favorite part of the whole alien thing is everyone just accepting that aliens are a thing now.
The government dropped that thing, like, they're real, and they're like, yeah.
Yeah,
important
okay.
things going on.
Yeah, we already know. It's fine.
We don't even have a Hooters here. Which I'm kind of sad.
Yeah, we don't have a Hooters here either.
I was told there is some good
Oh,
food,
wait.
like food off their menu.
I think there used to be one up in Portland somewheres. No, down, like South Portland somewhere.
Donut, Sam. Well,
Yeah.
the
Do I want the sweet onion chicken teriyaki?
oh, scratch that. There is one in my one Hooters in my entire state.
Oh.
It's not that far. I mean, I say it's not that far, but it is quite a drive. That is funny. Oh, man. Another thing was the first time when I actually got to try Five Guys food, which oh my god, their fucking burgers and portions are massive.
Oh, yeah. You assume that's going to be like normal size, and it's like twice the size.
I ordered for like a normal person size meal, and I couldn't even finish my food.
Yeah. That's why you always order the small.
In high school because I was a void. I would just scarf food down until I hurt my stomach.
That's definitely healthy.
Yeah, I was raised to finish everything off your plate kind of household. So I believe that you're supposed to eat until your stomach hurt. It took me a while to relearn to listen to when my stomach's actually telling me I'm full.
Yeah, I've been actively going through a eating disorder program so that I can retrain myself not to do stuff like that.
Like, just living with my hubby and his family. Oh my gosh, we made HelloFresh meals, and they only do up to 4 servings.
Right.
So we made 4 HelloFresh servings split between 6 people in a house.
How?
One of them happened to be a little child who barely liked to touch food and would mainly just steal off her mom's plate.
Okay, still
so
discounting
very
that.
Small servings.
Yeah. What?
And I had to get used to eating such small amounts of servings, and I mean,
I could not.
that probably fed into the reason why I bought a lot of junk food when I lived there.
Probably.
Had to find something to fill my stomach,
Yeah. That's too little.
and it's too expensive.
It is too expensive.
At least for for 4 people, when you're paying for 4 servings for that, and they mess up, they talk about how perfect they are. Dude, every
They're
time I
not.
prep those foods, there was things missing, or they give you the wrong bag for an entirely different recipe, and you don't have the paper
Ingredients
for it.
for it. Yeah.
So, like,
Or
I winged it.
on top of that, there's like all of the extra packaging and stuff.
Oh, so much plastic.
Right? Like that's just extra waste. You're not actually saving anything really with it.
Yeah. We had, and like the fact that they talk about how you can always have something different, but like we were going for like a few months when we lived in our apartment. It wasn't too bad for pricing for 2 people, and uh after like a few months, everything was just the same. We kept getting the same things,
Yeah. It's I think it's a scam.
and sometimes in the same box it would be the same meal twice. So yeah, we stopped getting it.
Yep. It's kind
And
of
like,
pointless.
it's inefficient.
You know
More
what
efficient
is
going
being
to,
efficient?
Costco and getting our groceries.
Being lazy. Being lazy is
Yeah.
very efficient.
Always.
Because
Dude, my
because
dog
then you
lives that life
prepare
perfectly.
for yourself to be lazy.
Although I have a hard time just being lazy. Like, I don't like sitting around and doing nothing.
I specifically practice sitting around doing nothing sometimes because it is in getting bored and just sitting that your mind can wander and like deal with some things that maybe you don't know that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And
My
that's
entire
why I'm a
struggle to sit down
heathen
and read now.
and I don't even listen to music in the car most times.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, I think when I actually, get into driving, that will probably be me,
My
because
favorite
I
heathen.
already can't do too much distraction.
Yeah.
The few moments of times where I have practice driving, I'm very easily panicked.
I like how Nyx was into me being a heathen until no music.
Nah, Nix, I totally get her on this one though. Music is very distracting.
Donut, if you actually like walk there, I think that would be beneficial.
A walking meal prep place? That's not bad.
Yeah, that's like right near where he lives, within walking distance.
Dude, I'd say if it's efficient on the wallet and like your life, meal prepping and stuff, that's not bad.
Well, yeah,
I mean, if you
it would
can do that
also
at
give him
home,
an excuse to go and actually take walks
walk around in fresh air.
besides just Paul.
It's in Fenton, which is like, oh.
Oh, you said
mean,
walking.
Yeah, you did say walking.
Yeah. Yeah, you false advertising. I want my money back. Oh, walk-in. I see.
walk-in.
Jeez. I mean, there's a huge difference between walk-in and walking location.
I mean, it's like, can you just prep a few things like a week's worth of prep?
I think when it's just you, even with a pet, sometimes it's just a little difficult to do the prep work. I get it.
Yeah.
Because like it's one thing if it's you and somebody else that you got to do it for, it gives you more motivation.
Hobby does a lot of meal prepping for his week of work, which I'll be helping with tomorrow because he's been putting off actually cooking the chicken. So I'm just going to cook it up and he'll divvy it out and weigh it out to portions.
I mean, brine it.
I don't think we really don't have anything to brine it in. We're a little lackluster in the fridge and seasons at the moment. Well, kind of.
Salt and vinegar. Congrats, that's brining.
We don't have vinegar.
Oh.
Oh wait, no. Wait, we might have some in the basement. Never mind. I actually have to check.
I
know
always
you're
have
using it
vinegar
for cleaning a
because
lot.
yeah, because my mom uses it for cleaning and stuff. So
We use it for cleaning and cooking,
yeah,
but I don't really have to use it for cooking too often. It is getting used a lot for cleaning, so I thought we might be out, but we got the big pack from Costco, so I might be wrong.
yeah. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to start actively getting stuff from Costco that we use a lot. So like
So
vinegar
efficient
and
for
stuff.
us. We only have to go once a month.
I mean, technically you do, but the reason I say vinegar is because the acid will help the process and soften up the meat. And if it's starting to get to the point where like you're worried about it spoiling, it's not like a whole lot of organisms can live in vinegar. So
No. That's why people use it for cleaning.
yeah.
Although
You use,
vinegar gives me a bit of a PTSD response because when I was younger, I had like really bad head lice and they put mayo in my hair.
Ew.
I got mayo put in my hair every time I got head lice.
But I mean, like you don't even need to do that. It was literally just use vinegar.
And I just, oh god, I smelt like mayonnaise for so long. That probably didn't help growing up with my bullying.
Probably.
Oh god, it's awful. And then I realized like I didn't like the smell of vinegar when we started having to clean out the Keurig with vinegar. And like hot vinegar,
I mean, nobody likes the smell of vinegar, really.
it hits you.
Yeah. It does. It really does. And I don't even cut when I clean it to sanitize, I don't even cut the vinegar. I just use as straight from the bottle as I can. I don't care that it smells nasty, because the vinegar smell will go away. Yeah. Because, like, with both mom and I being immune compromised, I'm not messing around with that stuff.
Yeah. Gotta clean. We don't really keep any harsh, like, cleaning sprays, so, like, vinegar's our go-to, because we have, we don't need to keep any aerosol, like, chemical stuff in our house,
Right.
because we have animals.
Yeah.
Fish, reptiles, amphibians, the
I
dog.
I was buying this one brand where it's a mix of just like Castile soap and alcohol, and that works in a pinch, but I always go over things with vinegar afterwards just to make sure.
It's my go-to. I need to mop the floor at some point too.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I hate with the house is now I have to mop more often.
You're not using a Swiffer, are you?
I'm kind of stuck with a Swiffer right now. Well, it's not a Swiffer, it's a shark vac mop, but it's we learned that there's a lot of issues with the shark vac mops. The first one we had, I barely put any push into it and it broke the neck that holds the
Oh yeah,
swivel
Shark's
for
gone
the-
downhill. You don't want to buy them.
And then
I
one currently, the pump for pumping out the cleaning solution is clogged.
You want to know what a lot of caregivers use? A freaking broom, a plastic broom, just like from like Dollar Tree, and then they just use soap and water and they use the broom for scrubbing.
For the most part,
And then they take a towel and
not really using that. So
yeah, and then
I
they
have,
take
like,
a towel and just wipe up everything afterwards.
using the very broken shark vac that I just get a rag and go
Yeah.
across the floor.
You don't need expensive equipment, you know.
Yeah, I didn't grow up having a shark vac, so hand washing the floor wasn't really that bad. You can have a proper mop, but I don't actually like mops because they're kind of gross.
I get the I do have a few mops just because sometimes I just don't have the energy to do like rags or whatever. So I got those ones where like you just twist. You don't twist, you don't touch the mop part itself. It has a thing where it twists and it like it wrings it out and then it just becomes a mop again. And those the heads, yeah, the heads for that are actually washable. You can take it apart and wash it.
I like the ones that have the detachable, washable heads.
Yeah.
Because like like no one's ever cleaning ones that aren't undetachable ones.
No, they're just tossing them and replacing the head, just buying new ones.
Which is so expensive.
Well, it's expensive and it's wasteful, and I did grow up during the 90s when like all the corporations were like, you need to feel guilty for the amount of waste that you have because you're destroying the environment. That's like ingrained into me. So like I recognize that sometimes you need the convenience, but like if I can do something where it's convenient but also less wasteful, I'm going to do it. But also, if you know anybody who has a Swiffer, tell them to stop using it because it leaves a film on the linoleum or whatever that is so hard. It's so hard to get it off. It doesn't even matter like what kind of flooring you have. It's just bad.
Honestly, I would have preferred if we had linoleum. You could tell people like rush the flooring. We have paneling flooring in.
Ew.
They rushed it. Yeah. And some of the panels in front of the washer, they forgot to put those things in underneath, and they're like the panels are cracking, and because I stand there,
that
it's
sounds
always
like
standing at the counter.
Flipper stuff.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. It was the person's home. It was his house to begin with. I was in his family, and it was flipped from a smoker home, which gotta give them props. They did a good job because they didn't actually just paint over the smoke stains. They actually cleaned the walls, but they did not put any effort into the windows. We did have to clean all of the smoker stain off the windows.
I know exactly what that's like. I moved into this one apartment when I was in Pennsylvania, and they whomever was in that apartment smoked so heavily that the white walls weren't yellow, they were a dark brown, and there was so much smoker gunk on the cabinetry that you couldn't open the cabinets.
Ugh, yeah. Like, at least you could tell that they did clean, because you can't just paint over smoke stains on the walls. It will seep right through white paint.
Yeah.
And it will yellow.
Especially if there's a leak anywhere, it'll bubble up with that stupid yellow stuff.
Yeah. You can tell though, because they couldn't do anything really to the ceiling, so the ceilings are not really that white.
Mm-hmm.
They did try to paint over the ceilings, but they did, I think, like one coat, kind of.
Landlord special. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, really.
One
coat. Things we noticed, like this dude was really doing the bare minimum, the cheapest bare minimum, and like definitely, I think there's he was rushing the people, doing the work too much, that they probably also weren't putting all that effort in. Like we were told all things were like all new appliances, which, give or take, maybe like the fridge had plastic on it still and all that, and same with the oven, but that all could have probably been like returned items. Get it on markdown, because our oven was missing a grate on top. It's a gas stove, so we were missing like the grate on top on one side. We only had one.
Yeah, those are easily replaced though.
Although thankfully though, the seller was like, "Oh, I just found it. The box is it was in another box and it wasn't at the house." Like, yeah, that's how you know, because it would have been in the box with the stuff. But there's that, and then the dishwasher. They did the usual stuff when you're house hunting and stuff. When you get people checking the house, they do the verifying, like making sure like there's things up to date, and if it isn't, then it will bring down the price that they're asking for. And they checked, and the dishwasher was having a little bit of a leak. These people forgot to remove the plug in the bottom of the dishwasher when they installed it.
What?
Yeah, like the one main thing you do, like as soon as it's installed, remove the plug.
Wow.
Yeah, it's funny. It's all these like little minuscule things other than like maybe the power box. I mean, like where all of the electrical is and stuff. It works, but it's old. It's old and crammed and messy. There is no coordination to where everything goes. Like the kitchen switches will hook up to with the lights in the extra room, which aren't even close to each other. Funny stuff. I think it's a little funny and silly.
It kind of is, really.
Yeah, it's to be expected, and if anything, it's better than
Bye,
what we were dealing
Hyphen.
with our landlord at the apartment. That dude was a super big cheapskate.
Yeah, it's so wild to me that landlords are as cheap as what they are when in the end it always costs them more by not updating or keeping things nice.
Oh yeah. He thought he could step all over us because we're his youngest tenants. So he thought we were clueless and stupid. And talking with the other tenants, we figured out that we're the only ones that he kept raising the rent for.
What?
He also said that since we had the biggest apartment, that all the lawn care and maintenance was on us.
What?
Which then I asked the lady, our neighbor, says like, "Hey, what's up with that?" And she's like, "That's never been the rule. It was like a thing between all of us to just pitch in if we could and when we could." And nobody really does it too often because he gets people from he pays people to just do it. Like, oh, he's just trying to make less, have to spend less on people getting it done.
Yeah. If you're cold, put something on. Grab a blanket.
Oh, I thought he just said I'm so freaking old. I didn't see the scene.
No, it's cold.
You're cold. I mean, it's actually nice. It's a decent temp in my office. Though I'm not running a bunch of stuff, so my computer is not warming up my office.
The only thing left that I could put on is the oven. Do you not have blankets? Or sweaters?
Pants? Long sleeves?
Layers?
Layer them pants on.
You have all of the layers? And you're still cold? I would not recommend using an oven for heat.
No, that's a smart way to die.
Yeah.
It's also one way to pump up your gas bill. Or if it's an electric stove, your electric bill.
Yeah.
I think electric stoves are kind of stupid, though.
Do you not have heat in your house?
There's a lot of people who would wish to be in your position right now.
Yeah. Not almost at freezing though. With no way of getting heat.
Yeah. Also that type of person, at least in wintertime, I can throw on a bunch of layers.
Yeah, but if
summertime, I can only remove so many layers. I can't remove my skin.
Wardo, even if it's noisy and not too strong, it would still cut down on the edge of the freezing temperatures, you know what I mean? Even a little bit of heat is better than none.
Especially if you got layers on, you'll feel it eventually.
Yeah, during the winter, like I have a little heater. I would rather you guys be able to hear the heater and be warm than sitting there freezing my butt off. You know what I mean? I'd rather you
God,
guys
I
hear the
feel
noise.
The apartment we lived in was basically an old house converted into he separated the basement into 2 apartments and then the upstairs into 2 apartments. And it was such an old house that like the uh the house was basically just always cold because of how the foundation had moved. There's like cracks and shit
Mm-hmm.
between the wall meeting the floor. Then we also found out right after we moved that there was a gas leak like for a good portion of the time we lived there. It's why we always felt super sick towards the end of us living there, and felt so miserable.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really have a spring this year, if that makes you feel any better, Eduardo. Like, yeah, we had rain, but there wasn't really like everything was blooming springtime. It kind of went directly into everything is 90 degrees, and then suddenly cold and rain, and then suddenly 90 degrees, and then suddenly cold and rain.
Yeah.
So,
I always I feel like a lot of people who live in my state, we joke around that it's a bipolar state. So we got used to it.
I wonder if let's see, hold up. I'm going to answer my own question before I ask it. Yeah.
You know, Roberto, if you could, maybe see if you can invest in heated blanket. If you can do heated blankets. I know sometimes people can't
Well,
do
even just a space heater.
well, yeah. I used to rely on a heated blanket when I lived in the apartment. That helped a lot. Though I could only have it on for so long. Uh
Yeah.
Heat rashes where the
We
coils were near
we
too long.
we have to use space heaters because the heating system broke. We have that stupid old-fashioned wall heat, and it broke, and the landlord just refuses to reinvest into the property, so we just have space heaters.
Yeah, that's exactly what we had at the apartment. One singular gas heater in the central area. Technically, we had some upstairs, but we didn't really like to run the one up in the bedroom that often. The one in the extra room in that apartment, if you turned it on, it smelled like hot ammonia. That's, I guess, why he told us no cats or dogs in the apartment.
Yeah.
Because I guess the previous tenant had cats piss on the heater, which he could have replaced. He should have replaced because that's a hazard. And then the one downstairs was the main heater, which I didn't feel like it did anything because just as fast as it was heating, it was also cycling through and out the house. I know I can't help you right now, though, Roberto, but yeah. Heated blanket. I mean, I vouch for those.
I have 20 different blankets because of how cold it can get sometimes. Plus the fact that like because I don't have a thyroid to help regulate my temperature sometimes, I have to have like the extra blankets just in case.
Yeah, that's one thing I feel like I really should get checked. Is like I don't.
Oh yeah.
If I had thyroid issues, I don't know if it would be as severe as it was, but incubator had severe thyroid issues as she got older, and it seems genetic. I think previous family members, maternal
Oh yeah,
side,
especially
had it
if
too.
there's like history of it with your family and stuff.
So I think it's one of those things that hits as you're older. So I need to keep an eye out.
Well, plus the fact that as you get older, your skin the dermis layer of your skin starts to thin out because it's not producing as much stuff and and things and whatnot.
Yeah. We're trying to take care of ourselves much better. We're taking more vitamins. We started taking ashwagandha, which is supposed to help with like relieve, like help your body not stress out as much. I've been taking it for about 2 months. I mean, it's hard to say if I feel a difference, but I think I've been in a better mood. Usually, I handle stress a lot better. But I also could probably put that down to therapy.
That's fair.
But still, keeping vitamins up, and we're gonna try and do that more in the winter as well because of the, lack of vitamins.
Yeah, given where I live, I have to take an absorbent amount of vitamin D anyway. So I'm always swallowing the pills.
Honestly, I prefer like the gummies of vitamins. I hate taking pills.
Yeah, I kind of got used to taking like all of the pills that I take, other than like the fish oil. Is
Those ones are always so big.
Yeah, those ones are big, but like everything else is really small. Actually,
I can do smaller.
Give you $1. Why?
I struggle with taking bigger pills because they always get stuck a little bit down the way. I hate it. Gummy Flintstone vitamins. Hell yeah. That stuff's still working in our systems to this day. Dude, I miss those. I don't think they make them like they used to.
You know what? When I was a kid, they didn't even have the gummy ones. We had to eat the chalky ones.
Oh, I hate chalky.
The ones that tasted worse than Smarties, but better than chalk.
My grandma only had the chalky ones.
Yeah.
I like the whole jar.
That's not how that works.
Oh my god. Just you saying eat the whole jar, and the fact that I just mentioned my grandma reminded me. My grandma always had like her cookie jar, and grandma's gonna have different variety, usually like oatmeal cookies, raisin cookies, which, not that bad. I like them. And then she had always had a bunch of Fig Newton bars.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking love
my
Fig
mom.
Newton bars.
My mom and Fig Newton bars. Wow.
Dude, my grandma's the reason why I have such an addiction to them when I can get them. And I ate so much of those, no wonder I had issues with my stomach as a kid. Oh, my grandma kept cookies in the sewing kit. Oh, yeah, the sewing kit. My grandma didn't get those ones very often, though we got them a lot when family from over in Scotland came to visit. Mine didn't really stay a sewing kit. I think I turned it into a trinket. A trinket container. I just like to keep things, collect things. A little goblin, or pixie as my aunt used to call me. Shinies were my goodies. I was told a lot that when I was younger, really young, they had to basically hide jewelry out of my reach, because if I got a hold of jewelry, it went into my secret stash that nobody knew where it was until we moved. They moved a dresser, and it was the only dresser I could get behind, and they found my stash of glittery things. You've been guild worsen or guild washing?
Playing Guild Wars.
Wait, Guild Wars. Oh, I forget that's a thing sometimes.
See, I wanted to when I was on my own, finally, I wanted to subvert reality, and instead of using the Danish cookies container, I got a tin part that had Ghirardelli chocolates during Valentine's Day, and that's what I turned into my sewing kit. I would also put money in there because everybody is already looking for the Danish tin. Nobody's looking at that one.
Yeah, I actually used one of the Valentine's Day like chocolate boxes, the one that had like a cushion lid, and that one it's jam packed and basically falling apart because I've been using it since middle school. I use that for like cards and such, and the notes I used to pass to my childhood friend in elementary. Memories. I'm glad I still have a hold of them. But yeah, that thing's just cram packed of like, cards, birthday cards and such, and class notes. We used to just like, that was basically all we did when we were in class in elementary, is just pass notes to each other and talk to each other through them. Never got caught. I don't really get the Valentine's heart box like tins or anything. Me and hubby really don't celebrate Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
For a corporate holiday. We like the after Valentine's Day because sale.
Oh, I need to go pick up my food. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hi, Darren Doll. I'll be right back.
So how is everybody's night or day going? We vibing? We working the code? Chocolate? Chocolate? Chocolate! I'd like to buy some chocolate. Finally! I've been trying to catch you guys all day. You got my SpongeBob tism going. I can quote SpongeBob so much. It's what I used to only watch. I love that dude though. He's funny. That and the old lady. Chocolate. Chocolate. Did I hear chocolate? Oh, sweet chocolate. I always hated chocolate. I don't know if Zombie goes with like headphones or not, like attached headphones, but like if so, she's getting entertainment. I honestly hated the show, but it's got good bits in it. That's the thing, is I was told by people that they either didn't watch it because they hated it, or they were told that they weren't allowed to watch it. And then when I asked their parents why, they said, "Oh, because it was so annoying. We didn't want them watching it." And like, totally, I get it. I think the newer stuff after the original creator of SpongeBob passed away is what is the annoying stuff. I like the old SpongeBob seasons. Everything still going on with SpongeBob now sucks. There's other shows though that kids grew up on and said they watched instead of SpongeBob that I like. Was like, that's annoying. That stuff I hated. Pretty much, I watched like the same like episodes of SpongeBob over and over growing up, so we only had so many downloaded on the laptop as a kid. Oh, there's so much. I think like all the SpongeBob episodes. It's been a hot minute, but hey, can still appreciate that it, still has some fans. I just don't like the jokes they've got going. Now Invader Zim was peak. Oh yeah. Dude, I quote Invader Zim still. I love Invader Zim. I made it myself.
Dexter's Lab.
Oh,
Also
yes,
peak.
Dexter's Lab.
Also peak. That's where I get the name that I use for like a lot of like the shops for the simulator games and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I think I have a collection of like old cartoons and stuff, and I've got one with it's got Dexter's Labs episodes, a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Johnny Bravo,
Mm-hmm.
Courage Cowardly Dog,
Yep.
and Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Yep.
Good ones. All good ones. I need to watch those, actually. I just gotta charge my DVD player. I have a little mobile one. A room with a moose.
Samurai Jack,
I never really got into Samurai Jack. I was really into Ben 10. Is Ben 10 the 2000s Power Rangers?
Mm-hmm.
I had it and then blanked on the name and got it back. I was really into the Power Rangers. Actually, fun little fact. I got to meet the original Black Ranger.
Wow.
I went to a convention once. Have a signature. He was actually really cool to talk to.
Yeah, most of those people are like really, really nice. I was really into
Ranger too, so
I was really into the Beetleborgs.
that's one I hear about, but I don't think I've actually ever watched it.
If you like Fever Dreams, I would suggest watching it.
You know, a lot of the cartoons I watched as a kid were Fever Dreams.
Yep.
Flapjack, Chowder.
What if the basic premise is what if kids find a haunted house and inside of it is the ghost of Jay Leno?
I'm not Jay Leno.
I say that because like the way the ghost has the prosthetics on the face, he looks like Jay Leno. And then something they get powers and they're all beetle related.
Green Ranger did get weird. I like one of the clips from like the older Power Rangers where I think the dude like tells one of the Power Rangers to do something and it pans over to him like looking dead on the ground. And it just cuts off there. But yes, the mile gymnastics.
Yep.
Even as a child, I also questioned why they gave specific colors to the specific actors. I'm like, this feels
It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, the black guy, give him white. We can't give him the black. Like, okay, I mean, yeah. And then the girl, I think the girl is yellow. Yeah, I mean, there was a Pink Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
It always changed up. I went between so many of the different ones that, like, from like the current one during my childhood that was airing and the old one because they showed both. And as well as like we still had a box TV for a good while. And I'd switch through channels. It was a giant box TV. And the big ones with like a wooden case around it. And I just flicked through TV channels, and eventually I started actually getting like hooked on watching Little House on the Prairie. Loved it. I also read it as a kid. I think that's the reason why I was like, oh, it's what I read. One girl was yellow and one was pink. Yeah, okay, that's what I remember. I think one of them eventually, like, basically just fucking dissipated from the group. So one of the colors went. They were always changing, like, well, not changing out, but like removing some of the Rangers here and there. Because like Power Rangers goes way far back, even before it became a Western thing. I'm not as autistic about it as a certain friend I know who can tell me everything about it. I sat for hours as he showed me each individual different Power Ranger suits and which ones are his favorite, and I'm like, yep. Every time I kept trying to be like, I gotta get set, and just show I was like, oh, let me a little more. An hour longer. Super Sentai shit was weird. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of weird stuff. I always thought the villains were hilarious. Yeah, Power Rangers. Absolutely silly. I think I like my favorite villain. Kind of hard to think of one. It's been so long since I watched. Ugh. Trying to catch up as well in the the one Discord.
Oh yes, people like sending. Oh, of course, the not safe for work is popping off. Danny.
Kept looking at it. I was very shocked at the first few things sent.
I told you Danny was wild.
What? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say after Danny's what I haven't seen yet.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Aspen being completely wildling. Yeah.
She draw that herself?
Probably.
Damn.
Or she had somebody do it. I don't know.
What's the difference between picture 1 and 2? Oh, okay, the blushing.
Mm-hmm. The difference between the two pictures is about 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You're not wrong.
Nope.
Oh my god.
No, we set up a Discord just for zombies. So we can like collab and stuff if we want to, or just hang out. And I put a not safe for work channel, and that's currently the most active channel.
I haven't drawn NSFW in so long. I used to draw it so much more in high school. I've been wanting to get back into it, but just for some reason, I don't really get the motivation to draw it as much anymore. But I like to draw it. I have an appreciation for the lady body. It's pretty. I like to draw stretch marks. I think they're so pretty.
Donut.
I think I enjoy
holding hands. Holding hands would not be put in this not safe for work. I will tell you, what's getting put there, I can't even show on stream.
Aspen is not holding hands right now.
Let alone what Danny put.
Oh, yeah.
He posts those to Twitter all the time.
Bean is the most mild in there right now.
Not every woman is bi. Some of them are ace.
Yeah. One of my friends, like, I knew for a very long time when we were in high school that, like, you're extremely not into, like, romantic things at all. And she's like, no, I just don't think I, like, I'm a little different from, like, girls. I'm not as girly girl, so, like, it's just, you know, I'm also young. I'm like, well, that too, but, like, you've been asked out by 2 boys, and they are tailing your ass like lost little puppies, even if you've been dejecting them. And now, like, after we graduated and everything, and we keep up from time to time, she told me that she came out. It's like, I already knew this.
Yeah,
Like, you are the most ace person I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like totally fine. Like, I'm like, I'm glad she's finally realized. I think she felt a little confused of why,
Yeah.
unlike everybody else, she didn't, crush. And there's me over here, Lady Dimitrescu. Oh, Leon Kennedy.
I thought for a long time that I was ace because I wasn't like people would gush over other people, and I understood it for some women because some women are just flat out hot, right? I always knew that I was like at least bi the moment like hormones hit me, but like when it came to guys, I'm all like, well, maybe I'm just ace. Like there are some guys that are objectively just hot, but I don't know.
Oh yeah.
And
I
then
didn't realize I was bi till like 16.
yeah, then I started I went out with somebody who was a person of color, and I'm like, no, this is why. This is why I was limiting to myself to like the worst of the men. So that's why they weren't attractive. So yeah. It's kind of like the certain somebody Abby and I know is always playing female characters. Yep.
Dude, my brother only plays female characters. I grew up, he would choose the highest like freaking size setting on stuff.
Not to call out this said person, but before they came out, when we would play WoW, there was a food that you could cook that would turn you into a different gender than what you were, and he would always get mad the moment that ended. He had to have so many on him at any given time so that he was always the opposite gender. And now she's trans.
Oh, my brother still plays WoW to this day. Him and his wife, they both play a lot.
Nah. I liked WoW, but I think it's gotten not unless you're raiding, there's not enough skill in it.
I just don't think it's worth to pay the subscription. I think it's stupid. My brother tried. He gave up when I did, tell him I definitely wouldn't have an interest in it, and I don't want him to waste his money on a subscription for me to get me into it because I just won't play it.
Yep.
Oh, he cooked so many for her.
When we would start on new servers, that's the first, like everybody had to go and help her find the recipe for that so she could have it as early as possible.
I think, really I just didn't realize I was bi. Mainly because at least I can say I was, some of the raising growing up wasn't completely bad. I was raised to everybody. It was very normal. Like I was raised around a lot of, gay couples and lesbian couples. They were very close friends in our family. Mm-hmm. And to me, that was just so normal to the fact that I just did not realize that, oh, that lady's just really pretty. I just really appreciate her. And I was like, wait a minute.
I came out to my cousin as being bi, and he's like, now mind you, my cousin, very, very religious. He stopped hanging out with a lesbian couple that once he started getting back into religion, he just actively burnt that bridge. Hi, Dorf. So, when I came out to him, he's all like, yeah, I know. We were talking about it back when you were young and I was still friends with that lesbian couple. I'm like, you could have told me.
You could have let me know.
Yeah.
Could have kept me up to date. I'm on Windows.exe. It's slow as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But no, God, that was always funny. Like when my friends, when they first met me freshman year, like I was like, I'm just an ally. And then when I came out, they're like, oh, we fucking know. There's
Mhm.
no way you had an infatuation with drawing tits and weren't part of the LGBTQ. Like, can a straight person not have an infatuation with drawing boobs? And they're like, no,
No.
not usually.
It's so funny too because like I knew super early, and I remember being 15 and knowing, right? But I didn't want to come out to anybody because like my mom, being religious, she threatened me before she really understood anything. And hold on. And when we moved up to Oregon, I remember getting into this group of kids. They were all different kinds of the rainbow, right? And
Jeez.
one of them came up to me privately and said, "Are you gay?" I'm like, "Do I seem gay?" They're like, "No." Well, yes, but I don't know what kind of gay. And I'm all like, "No, I'm straight as an arrow." Because I didn't want other people to know. Because also at the same time, one of the lesbians that was open about being lesbian in the high school got like severely bullied to where like she had to stop going to the school. So why would I want that out in the open, you know? But I think what they were hoping was that I would say yes so that they could start dating me. And I was crushing their dreams. Their hopes and dreams.
Yeah, I thought it's so funny. I was talking to somebody the other day about it. Is growing up, my childhood friend, the one I used to pass notes to in class and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We basically grew up together. Like I was over at her house so much that like her mom was my mom basically, and so I just viewed her like a sister. We acted like sisters. We start catching up after years of not like talking because I moved away in middle school, um, and then went to you know, like the last year of middle school, I moved and then went to a different high school and we
Hi,
just didn't
Danny.
talk for the longest time.
Yeah.
And we were talking and she's like, "Oh, did you not realize that all of our bullies thought we were lesbians?" Like, no. Like they thought we were lesbians? And like, yeah. I'm like, dude, they did more shit that would have been considered gay than because they were slapping each other's asses. I'm like, that's
Ads in a minute.
we were just hanging out.
Yeah, isn't that normal? Don't you just slap your homie's butt all the time?
Like they used to have slap ass Friday.
Yay!
And they would do the thing where like they would smack unsolicited smack on somebody's ass who didn't want to be a part of it. And like I got involved in that, and the person pissed me off so bad, so I kept like looking around, and I had my hair tied up in a ponytail, and I have very thick hair, so it just really hurt every time it whipped her in the face.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
Nowadays, or in high school, if that happened to me, it would have been a swift reaction with fist. But I was a very reserved person in middle school.
What was it? I made a friend who came up to me and was like openly asked, "Hey, are you actively lesbian?" And I'm like, "Why?" Because you never talk about dating anybody, and high school is all about dating. And I'm like, "Have you seen the field of flowers that I have to pick from? It's not exactly the choicest of flowers." Not exactly great.
Wilton, some of them are yellowing.
Yeah, so some of them are like already peaking and they'll never get over it being in high school. So
oh my god. Yeah. That's why that's another thing is too, like growing up, kids obviously have the crushes in middle school. I literally crushed on nobody. I had fictional crushes.
I had crushes.
Sporticus. And then hubby moved in. And like I grew up with the same people throughout elementary, so of course nothing was gonna change.
I'm peaking
and
right
then hubby
now.
moved in,
Donna, you can't say that you don't know what it's like to be included. I try and include you in a lot of stuff.
You're
May say I do have a
alright?
religion. I understand that people don't believe the same things I do. Hence why you'll never see me judging you for being who you are. You will never see me. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's why it's like so much where like I grew up small town. So like when I moved in with my adoptive family, I was very nervous because they are a Christian household. But my mom is actually very accepting of like witchcraft stuff. Doesn't
Yeah.
really care.
I know my mom
I
tried to
was
be,
worried that
but
she also might be like like kind of like against like LGBTQ and all that.
Mhm.
But after living with her for a while, and like her oldest daughter, who was my age, was trying to
Yeah.
say she was, but like I really think it was just really put off to the fact that she was a troubled kid. She had to deal with smoking. She
Mhm.
got kicked out of public school, so no wonder she had trouble with her kid, and she was gonna take that out and say that she was just being
Yeah.
homophobic.
Yeah, when I
But
start, if I start dogging on religion, it's mainly what I grew up with because
oh yeah,
when I say like my parent, well, mainly my mom was very strict. It was I could not watch live television unless it was PBS. Everything had to be taped first.
oh yeah. My grandpa, I only watched PBS when I was at my grandpa's because that's all he had. Free
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
I also watched Scrub with him. I love Scrub. Oh good. And then yeah, no, I think I grew up so like around so many a small town, so like super religious people was just
Mhm.
very common, and like the bad kind
Yeah.
of like religion where they didn't accept
Bible
anything.
study.
Like you're
Yeah.
going to hell.
Also didn't help that like during my teenage years I was in like a very very Christiany, even though people say they're not Christiany state. And I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure if you think about it hard enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah, yeah.
Where
I went
like
to the
literally Bible
same middle
study
school.
instead of like study hall, it was Bible study. You were there was a period of time during school in which you had to go to Bible study. And that
Oh,
was
it wasn't
public
that
school. That was
Christian.
public school.
Yeah, we didn't have that Christian of a public school, but it was the only school in the district,
Yeah.
and I went to the same school. I grew up like elementary and middle school at the same school that my grandmother went to. My grandpa, her father, was the pastor of that town, and she was the pastor's daughter. So like, if you're like within close relation to the pastor, you had like you know
Not fair.
popularity increase. And yeah, it like it never got too much better. I mean, other than like
Mhm.
updating with the times and stuff, but it was bad.
No.
They also don't do background checks at that school district. It was bad. That's why I was like really happy when I moved to the high school I went to.
Yeah, when Donut stopped being religious, he went the complete 180 and became too much an atheist. And when I say that, I mean
I
there
know
for a
what you're
while
talking
it was
about.
all he would talk about, and it was, to be fair, a little bit of annoying. But also the other side, if somebody's so religious that they're like trying to talk
Oh, they
over
talk
you all
about
the
too.
time, yeah, it sucks trying to converse with them.
Yeah,
I'm very accepting of all of the religions, but like if you're
I'm
trying to
totally fine
suppress
with that.
other
Yeah.
people for just because they don't share your ideology, there's an issue there.
I had the same mindset as a kid. Like kids don't care about what you believe in or what like
Hmm.
what you look like. You're cool. I hang out. Like that's always like what I was like as a kid. And I remember like in elementary, kids would come up to me and they're like, "I can't be your friend anymore because your mom voted for Obama." Like what?
I mean, to be
I don't
fair,
even know who the man is.
I have ended friendships over people voting for the current president. So I get it, but
Yeah.
also that's such a weird thing given what Obama stood for.
And like if we were children, we were in no, not even third grade. We were in like second grade.
Huh.
We're in second grade, and they're like, "I can't be your friend anymore because you know this and that." And I think your parents were so controlling of their children, like just like kids be kids. Like
Yeah.
kids don't judge; they don't care like what you believe in. And I'm like that too still nowadays. Like I really don't care as long as you don't make it a problem.
So here's my active stance, so everybody's aware. And I want everyone to know, if you are feeling uncomfortable with the conversation, feel free to leave. I will understand that. But I also feel like it's very important to talk about this stuff so that people feel more comfortable and can stand up for themselves and what it is that they believe, right? So my personal stance, it's okay to be strict. Sometimes you, especially if you're raising kids, you kind of need to be a little bit strict because they're learning a lot of the societal rules. I understand that. But to be strict to the point where you're like telling them, hey, you can't watch TV unless I tape it on the VCR first. You know what I mean? Or you're like judging other people based on your own values because your values may not be shared by those people, you know? That kind of stuff is what gets me.
Children really don't hold judgment of others. They look up to their
Oh yeah, they're definitely
adults in
taught
life.
judgment.
Yeah, and that's like the biggest thing I noticed. Like with my like little siblings, they absolutely love everybody just so much.
Oh yeah, being
Yeah,
religious out of
changed.
fear sucks. I don't think you like if you have a religion that is based off of fear, that's not a religion, that's control.
That's what my grandma's kind of going through now. Is she's realizing that she was raised to fear God. And like she's still Christian and stuff, but she's finding her own way of how she feels on worshiping. She still has her opinions sometimes they're a little questionable, but she's not mean. She's accepting that I'm bi, but at the same time she told me I'm going to hell. But it's okay because she smokes, so she's
Oh
also
my
going to
gosh,
hell.
I have got to tell you a mini story. I'm going to have to actively hold up. I'm going to pause the music because I need to. This is ugh. When my mom first got in her wheelchair, like when she stopped being able to stand. She qualified for a program, which is what she's currently on, and that's how I get paid. But because I was working outside of the home, she was having somebody come in through the state to be her caregiver and help her out and stuff. And this one lady that she hired was like very religious. We didn't care. Mom's really religious. But like they would start to have like religious debates because my mom loves talking about stuff like that. She likes like different religions and talking about all of that stuff that she's learned because that was like a requirement for her growing up. Her dad said if you pick a religion, make sure you study all of the other ones first to make sure that it is the one that you want, kind of thing, right? Be informed, basically.
Like
right.
I like that type of raising. I was given that too.
So this lady
I learned.
This lady, like this young lady, barely even much older than myself at the time, and I was in my early 20s. She they would have debates, right? And she would get so enraged and passionate. When I say passionate, I mean the bad kind. To where I would wake up at like it would be like 10 a.m. and I would want to sleep in because like I worked late, right? And I would wake up to her banging her hand on the edge of the couch, like the arm of the couch, to try and get her point across because she was trying to convince my mom she was in the wrong religion.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I would hear her yelling, and my mom's like, there's no need to do that. Why are you doing that?
I get really feeling like, really feeling your faith.
Yeah.
But you've got to have a sense of like social cues and understanding. Like you gotta chill out.
Yeah.
Like I think it's good to have healthy debates.
Things that I learned
I like to have debates with people.
from the religion that I was like you lead people, right, by setting an example. That's how people learn. If they see you doing a thing, then they know that that's okay. That's a good thing. And if it, as long as you're doing right, right, you're morally right, like humanitarian kind of stuff, then people are going to respond to that and join you in that. I 100% believe that because, like, look at all the people that I found who are gay, but like we're all joining in as a community, right? Like I have to lead by example also because influencer, right? I believe that more so than forcing rules and stuff down people's throat. Like some kids are just unimaginable regardless of what you do, right? Some of them are just born weird like that, like and I say that because like I've known parents who have kids with disabilities and they don't know what's wrong with them, but they're regardless of how much they try and gentle parent or do strict parenting or anything, they like destruction happens within the home, right? Sometimes that happens regardless of how the parent parents. And so like if you
completely like perfect way.
Yeah, there's no perfect way, but a really good way is just to, be the kind of person that you want to see in the world basically. And I know that's super cliche, but like it's actively true. Yeah. That's why like the horde mentality is a thing.
I always find it interesting when like people say there's like always the the one road of like basically raising children or teaching a child or teaching someone is like, no, because different people learn different ways. Different people understand things in different ways. So like my little brother having to raise an autistic child, and at the time they only did like the 3 areas of the spectrum. So he was diagnosed mild functioning.
Yeah.
At the time, he had it like really bad where his emotions dialed up to 11. It was really hard for him to communicate because he wasn't verbal just yet. It took him like up to 7 years old to actually communicate.
Wow.
And if I understand his frustrations, like
there is never a time where the best parenting style is duct tape. I know you're saying that as a joke, but no.
Yeah, realistically, no. But yeah, no, it's just learning because I treated him just. I always hate saying like treating him like any normal kid because he's normal, but like treated him like any other person. I didn't treat him any special way because he was autistic, other than the occasional exceptions of like how to help him come down from overstimulation. I like to call it one of the ways I help because he also hurt himself too much when he got into really bad fits.
Oh,
so
yeah.
To keep him from hurting himself with his hands, I called it the straight jacket hug from behind. I had to cross my arms.
We do something similar to that. We like anybody who's in the disabled community. Like when I say disabled, I mean like the caretakers who work in the disabled homes and stuff, and like some of the foster homes. We are all forced. It's required by the state to be taught how to de-escalate, and if the de-escalation doesn't work, there's a specific kind of hold that we can put on the person. We can't touch them because if we bruise them, then we'll get in trouble. But you can use like their clothes and stuff to bring them down to the ground, and by shifting them into like a sitting position, sometimes it will change their brain chemistry to where like they'll shift out of that.
Yeah, thankfully it got to like a point as he got a little older to the point where I was actually able to help him calm down with my voice. I had like especially because I started to understand how I managed when I got overstimulated, and just helped him like talk like step through step, helped him understand what to do, like breathing. And then when I had him able to actually communicate, just ask him like, what are we feeling? work
Oh,
our
yeah.
way to figuring out the solution.
Yeah, especially since like it's so hard sometimes to even just understand how you yourself feels. Like somebody who has some kind of learning disability or something, it's so much worse sometimes. Because there's not like
Yeah.
unless you're taught from like a super early age how to cope with some of that stuff and like break down how it is you're feeling as you're growing up, you're not gonna know.
I say it's a funny thing. When I went to go get diagnosed with my Tourette's, the doctor just casually, in the midst of my appointment, like asking the questions and stuff, he's like, "Oh yeah, you're definitely autistic and have ADD. Like those all kind of correlate." And then just left
Mhm.
it there. He didn't talk about the drop of, "Yeah, you're autistic." Like I kind of knew. I don't care if I don't know if it's actually in my paperwork when he did do all that, because he was only there to technically diagnose me with Tourette's.
Mhm.
But I also don't care to get diagnosed for it, because I don't think an actual diagnosis will do anything for me.
Given that people are trying to bring back the stupid sanatorium kind of places, you know?
They are.
Yeah.
That shit did nothing.
That's
That
one
was
of
just
the
a place
reasons
to hide away their
that's one of the
problems,
reasons
people.
that nobody should be listening to Autism Speaks because they want to do stuff like that. There are states where like the electroshock stuff is still actively used
yeah, I
as if it's
know.
a cure.
I know.
So also point of note, Guardo, the Bible does not say specifically, like the original Bible that everything was translated off of, does not say that it's wrong. They were trying to tell you that it's wrong to have sex with minors, basically.
Yeah.
Because that was
I don't
such a
speak about
prolific thing.
yeah. I don't speak about my
Don't do the
opinion in the
kids,
Bible
basically.
too much, so.
Yeah. I just wanted to correct
had a
that.
good
Otherwise,
faith.
I don't. What you believe is what you believe, but like, you still have to take into account what the source says.
I used to go to church with the friends because like it was like a one way to like hang out with them. But I also really liked the pastor. He was a really sweet guy,
Uh huh.
and him and his wife are very nice. And I really didn't ever mean to like do anything to like piss him off or anything. Like I really genuinely just like when we did like the schooling section, because we were like the only kids technically there, preteens. And when they're going over the creation of the world, and they mention like everything has to be created by something. I'm like I was like really genuinely asking. I'm like, well, if everything had to be created by something, then doesn't that mean God had to be created by something? And I pissed her off. I was just generally being inquisitive. I really didn't think about, when I said it. She was really mad at me. I think I stopped going after that because I was like really worried. Like I just genuinely really wanted to understand, you know, what everybody thinks, because usually other religions do believe in like things higher above their gods too sometimes. It is fascinating to learn about different religions.
Yeah.
And a lot of them correlate with each other too. Like they have similarities. But like, yeah, I try not to really get into too much with like, especially like a pastor or pastor's wife, because in my experience, for the most part, they are the heaviest in their faith.
Yeah, that's a mistranslation, Guardo.
It's
It's been
the books.
mistranslated, unfortunately, which really sucks. But like,
Yeah,
given the fact that like nobody's perfect, right? Man is man, right? Man is flawed initially and always, right? Like, man was translating it. So there's going to be some
yeah.
mistranslation. There's always mistranslation when they translate like
It
books
always
in
is.
general. So
Oh my
it
god, I
happens.
remember I was listening to like some old like a video going over like the history of like the people who used to like do all of like the
Hmm.
book writing and stuff. Like they did all that by hand. That when they were always transcribing, eventually you got to like book sections where like they get a little creative with it, and at the end when they're doing like the little credits, they're like writing things about how fucking awful and monotonous, and they want to be done at the
Yeah.
end of the book. But they make it sound a little poetic. I'm like, oh yes, poetic depression of the fact that your job is monotonous and you're just sitting and writing. Not to mention the physical health that you're declining as you're constantly writing.
Yeah.
It's always fascinating. And then even it did point out that too, yeah, there's eventually there became discrepancies because it was a job that was mentally taxing and physically taxing. And like eventually too, that maybe some of them got a little, they took their creative liberties with writing things. Maybe somebody words things a little differently. Human communications, it's like a game of telephone. Things are gonna change up on how different people interpret it, and it's very fascinating.
Sorry, I'm listening, but I just thought of something funny to put as a welcome message. Why don't you crip walk over to the rolls so that you can see all of the different channels?
I had a feeling anytime you're silent, it's because you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
I do that when I'm drawing. I try not to too much. That's why I actually want to try and do more art streams, because it keeps me talking.
Yeah.
Which honestly, well, I have too many things planned for my streams now that I don't have time to cram in an art stream instead of a different stream. Though if I finish Pragmata on Friday, maybe I will do something.
Well, that's where you just specifically have days, like a day in which you do that.
Yeah, the only reason I can't really ease up on my Monday right now is because I'm on time frame to finish off Little Nightmares and Reanimal Game Pass. My brother gifted me some money so I can have Game Pass for a few months for my birthday. It was my early birthday gift. Also, individual biases to take into account. Oh yes, of course, Dwarf, especially in those times and time zones, and like there's a lot of conflict between religions and churches.
All right. I need to select a channel. I forgot.
You never know with like, especially at the time too, like some people, just to be safe where they were, of course they went around as, the religion in the area, but they probably didn't actually believe in it at the time. A lot of stuff like Catholic Church and stuff going.
Gasp.
Well, that's a little further, but a lot of things going on with like they were always trying to bring down the Catholic Church and then bring it back.
It's so weird to me to look back at history and see like how much the Catholic Church was actually persecuted. And people were all like, no, the United States is Protestant, period. We can't have those Catholics. It's so weird to me.
I think there was one where one of the queens, I can't remember. I mean, maybe it translated was by just had his heart broken by a man. Like the one of the queens, when her husband had passed, I don't remember if it was a suspicious passion or not. But as soon as he died, and she took lead as ruler because there was no heir, she brought back the Catholic Church because I think he took it, he knocked it out, and then she brought it back and was like, things are changing. We're heavily Catholic again.
So weird.
And I'm like, hey, all to you, girl, power.
Yeah.
At that time, I think she had a good time after that, though. I like history in that sense, and there's certain parts of history I have like no interest in.
I I mean, yeah, but like it's all connected. Like the reason for this one major thing happening is because of all these smaller events that
the only reason I
contributed
start to get
it.
into
So
the only reason I started really getting into certain parts of history like that was because of murder mystery.
what?
Just like a lot of things that happened during murder mystery, kind of correlates with things like that going on in that day and age. Like I can't remember his name. He was a very well known serial killer, because I think not even serial killer, like he's a mass murderer, because he is believed or verbally just said to be the very first serial killer, but obviously he's just the very first serial killer to finally be like mentioned within written form, really. And it's the dude who had a hotel, and he made it like the most confusing built thing. Like he would take out the people who constructed it so that nobody knew how it was built and which paths led to what. And he claimed to like have taken a lot, like over 100, but they believe that his actual count was lower than that. He just was a little bit of a what's the word when you emphasize on things a little too hard.
Hyper focus?
No, the word, like when you emphasize something with a little bit more of like a lie. Can't think of it right now. I can't remember his name. It's such a well-known name too. I can't remember. But he was a very effed up man. He not to get into like the very depressing, like different variety of victims, but that man did not discriminate. Nothing. Age or gender. A lot of serial killers are crazy, man. I like a lot of murder mystery stuff, though. Mainly the old history stuff, because it just always correlates with stuff that's going on in those times.
Yeah.
Like Jack the Ripper.
Oh yeah, that whole thing.
We still to this day still don't know. And like there's
Supposedly
that, like,
we do.
journal.
Supposedly we do.
I think, but like there's obviously
Good night,
no
Guardo.
concrete evidence. Good night. There's still like no concrete evidence for that either, unfortunately, because like there's journals, but they don't know.
I don't know that
like,
we'll ever.
I
don't know that
being
we'll ever
inspired.
know.
Yeah, I don't think we can. Like
No.
there's there's that unfortunate thing of like things can get very muddled. Like especially when it's like that time frame, like we didn't have all this stuff. They didn't know about the type of technology we'd have nowadays. Even right before we started doing fingerprinting, oh, my brain, like it hurt me every time I listened to cases that like they covered cases right before they got into fingerprinting, and they didn't. Like there were some people who had like the intel of like they were working on trying to figure that stuff out. So they actually did keep things that would probably have, because they had the concept of like there's physical evidence on here that might link us to a person, but some people just didn't know that. So they'd be like, oh, all right, people, you can come onto the scene.
Yeah.
Like, no, the evidence.
No, the evidence.
I don't listen to too many nowadays because it could just be so much on my brain.
I have created a section specifically for political stuff, so that people, if they don't want to see it, they don't have to. But me being a super cool punk, I have to talk about politics sometimes.
Hobby had one in his Discord for a while, back when we first made it, when we were teens, and we did it because people were trying to have the talk in general, and it was upsetting one specific individual who was younger than us, a child, and we're like, okay, well, we're going to make a separate server, channel in the server, so You don't have to see it. Like, you don't have to go in there. She wanted to cause issues because she would go in there and read them. I'm like, okay, at this point, you're making yourself upset. We just removed it because we were just like, no, nobody talks politically enough. Like, we could just do it in a verbal voice call or something.
Yeah. I want there to be an option because some people don't mind it. I'm about to shank it. It's so funny too because that sound clip is actually from when I was hanging out with friends on Discord, trying to use an electric knife to cut pumpkins to make jack-o'-lanterns.
Electric knife?
Yeah.
I still use the old way. I've got the pumpkin carver.
You know, I love to use it. I love to do it that way, but I do have wrist issues.
I was gonna say that's where I do totally get the electric knife, and honestly.
Yeah. Let me tell you, it didn't work out so well.
Oh no. Messy, not accurate. I know people use like the punching method, but like some pumpkin walls, like the walls of the pumpkin sometimes are just too thick. I do think the carving method is a cool way though to make jack-o'-lanterns. Just thin it out and then the lighting will have its own effect. My grandpa used to do that. I used to love carving pumpkins with my grandpa. Actually, every so often, when I do get to, every year I send him pictures of the pumpkins I carved. Nice now that he has an actual,
Sylvie coming in, doing all the things. Hi, Sylvie.
That's like Scrub in my stream, so it's like right away. Scrub hits me with the Stinky.
Yeah.
And then Kirby. Kirby has to come in and clean the Stinky.
And then Hyphen just does the thing again. All right, so there's a politics channel. So now I can direct the thingy to that. Where's the rules? I'm updating the rules. So, except for in... Except in... I don't know that I don't want... I don't know... how about... It says don't spam, but how about, like, be respectful spamming?
Yeah, be respectful spamming. I assume you probably already have something in there about be respectful of other people's opinions.
It says no political or religious topics except for in Emperor's New Clothes. And in that, if you, at the very top where it shows the description, it says, keep it civil and keep it open-minded. I will instantly ban Hammer. Yeah, I don't think very many. There's so many of the Rainbow group within the zombies that I don't think it's going to come to that. But I still have to have it in the rules.
Only a few, like the very small people that I don't even think they're people I've come across that I've just like, I'm not going to hang out in their chats. Just not my vibe. And that's like people I don't even think I've even mentioned to you.
Yeah. And then I have
fall under that iffy maybe zombie because they're not. It's hard to tell if they actually are one or not.
I don't know if I want to do the no self-promotion or advertisements because, again, we're all streamers. We understand. But also, we're all streamers and we understand. You know what I mean?
I mean, If we had like a channel in the server that
there's already a
automatically
promotion
posted
channel,
lives. The only
which
thing I can think
is
of is
the
just being like
bulletin
going
board.
live, so like all of us can like if we want to try and hang out and check out those people and maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so here are the rules currently. Be cool, be kind, be respectful to one another. Keep Discord profile appropriate. Be respectful when spamming. I should put in parentheses
Keep Discord profile appropriate.
Yeah, because some people will put really bad stuff as their profile. And I don't expect anybody
like the
here.
Bio or the
picture.
Pictures?
The picture.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now that I've seen the NSFW, I now know what that photo is that Aspen has. So that's something that's lives in my brain now. It's rent free. The brain worms are
Wait, you're being what? Hold up. Yay, what? Subscriptions.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Thank
the
you,
ads
Sylvie.
bullying you,
Yeah. Alright, and then I have do not mention or everyone or direct message anyone without permission first. Obviously the exception is like admin, right? No self-promotion or advertisements unless it's in the bulletin board. Also an exception for that would be like in like the forums. That's fine as long as it's not spamming, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, not too much personal information, no doxing yourself. No hate speech or harmful language. Yeah. No political or religious topics except for in Emperor's New Clothes. No piracy, sexual, not safe for work, or otherwise suspicious content except for in not safe for work art. And then rules are subject to common sense. Sound pretty fair so far?
Yeah. I'm always like that type of person. Like, I just want to assume that everybody knows the basics, but like, I literally was just told by somebody, like, you gotta think like everybody's an absolute idiot, and you have to tell them every little detail. I'm like, I hate that I have to.
Bezos bucks, yeah. That's okay. You can use the Bezos bucks for other stuff.
Bezos bucks.
Bezos bucks. Well, that's the great thing is this is an exclusive VIP Zed only server. So unless you are somehow an undead donut, I don't know that you're going to get in.
You gotta be. Oh, by the way, one of my friends will be joining us eventually in the undead.
Oh, they're gonna have to tell us how they died.
So I don't know if he's thinking about if he wants to come with a lore or not. So I think he used to stream a while back. He was still, I think he stopped for a while because his setup was just not right. But he just got himself a whole nice new setup, and he's actually been commissioning his friend for the concept art of his PNG model. They're working on that, and I think they'll be making the official PNG model, as well as he's getting stream assets and everything too. So it'll be a while, but he's getting everything prepared.
Nice.
He's gonna be a zombie cat.
Wow, there's a lot of those actually.
Like not like a cat human, not like the anime kind of cat people. It's
like a zombie cat, like an actual zombie cat.
Dude, it looks so cool. It's like it's got stitched different parts of like different fur patterns. I love it. He looks cool. I can't wait. And I'm glad. I'm looking forward to when he actually does start streaming. You've probably seen him a couple of times in my chat. It's Lucky Madcore.
Honestly, I don't pay attention to names sometimes.
Yeah. He hangs out quite a bit. He's gotten me a lot of the games I play. He's the reason I have Cult of the Lamb. and all of the DLCs.
Oh yeah, I do remember him doing that.
Yep. Sweet friend. And eventually as well, after the summer, he's going to be sending me and hubby snackage package
Yeah.
from Germany. German candy. I can't wait. And I'm going to give black licorice a try because I know German licorice is obviously better than anything we got here. I'm a necromancer trying to raise a family. That's just sad. You're raising up a family of dead. How's that going?
Okay. I need you, if you would, pretty please,
Yes.
to go over to the rules. And
I am in rules.
Yeah, can you see what I posted?
I have seen it for a minute.
You see what?
I have been seeing it for a minute. I've been sitting in rules.
Oh, okay. You can't type in it, correct?
No, you do not have permission to send messages.
Okay, can you react to it?
Art.
There we go. Thank you.
I am the guinea pig here, guys. First time today, Joe? What?
Wow, first time today? What?
Oh,
Huh?
first time that joke didn't land.
That's not the first time that joke didn't land.
Oh,
Here's the thing, zombies can't fly planes, and if you're trying to raise a family, there's no way you're gonna land that plane.
Yeah.
Which objectively is a funny air joke.
That is an interesting concept for like a character though.
Yeah?
Just the desperate for a family, so you're raising the dead.
I'm gonna lurk, it's been a very rough day. Also, Necromancer trying to raise a family is definitely funny. It is, but you know, as zombies, we hear that all the time.
We do.
All the time.
Like, oh, can you just make your own family by turning other people into zombies? I'm like, no. Like, I don't even have that kind of idea that's how, because like, that's not how my lore started. I wasn't
everyone's
a zombie. I raised from the grave.
Right? Some people are made zombies. There's a
question about me because I'm patchworked, so
yeah, there's an undead mouse that was a lab rat or something like that. So they're all kinds of stitched together. They were made.
There's a
Frankenstein monsters are made, you know? So.
Yeah. Somebody thought I was like more like a Frankenstein monster.
That's weird.
But no, I'm undead. I'm
weird.
A little patchwork, you know?
Yeah. You're just a little patchy, it's fine.
And then they try to tell me I was wrong. I'm like, I'm my own creator. I don't think I'm wrong about my own lore.
I remember my mom coming home from college and telling me that her professor told her name was wrong. Her middle name was spelled wrong. Her middle name is a combination of it's just basically a femme version of her dad's name.
Yeah.
So they know how it was supposed to be spelled because they made it up themselves. And she was being told it was wrong and she needed to change it.
Yeah. No, I get that. I have actually something similar with that with my middle name because mine's spelled just a little different than the normal one.
Yeah.
And I really don't care if people know my middle name because I mentioned it before.
Secret of Nim.
Ooh.
I mean, like so, like as a for instance, Aspen didn't even have a grave. She was raised by spores. Although, according to her, According to her, one parent was a zombie and the other one was a plant, and they boinked. So
that would be
yeah.
But yeah, my name being my middle name being Gabrielle.
Oh yeah.
It's Gabrielle with the 2 L's, but without the E at the end. So everybody's like that. Someone pointed it out at some point. They're like, "That's Gabriel." I'm like,
What? It's like the Michael
no, it's
Michelle
pronounced
thing.
Gabrielle. It's just how different people pronounce it. And now it's like that's all I ever think about when I have to give my like full legal name in something. I'm like, are they reading this as Gabriel? Well, like maybe, but I assume people would also take it as like they will make the assumptions once they notice it's a feminine name.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I've never really bothered people knowing my middle name because I talked about it before. Like my grandma nicknamed me Gabby as my middle
Oh,
name.
yeah.
I was like talked her ear off. I was her Gabby girl. Imagine being the child of a mermaid and a centaur and inheriting both the human halves. I mean, I think we've seen that talked about online for so long now.
I mean, that's
There's
what a
even the
Kelpie
joke
is.
art.
Kelpie is
Yep.
the opposite of that, yeah.
Oh my god, zombie. I have a 5 stream streak.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Amazing. Oh, why does it work for you but nobody else?
It doesn't work on mobile.
Well, no.
Mobile-
I'm talking about the OBS reaction to the streak.
I saw it react earlier with somebody else who did it.
Probably speed, but like it's so finicky sometimes.
That's why I like knew. I assumed. Did you only recently get that up?
You just be a
Obviously,
guy gal. What do you mean? How dare? You know, the world is more than just ones and zeros, don't it?
All right, it is almost midnight, so I think
Oh,
I might
yeah.
call it here. Let you
Okay.
keep co-working.
Yeah. I'll probably hang out with Cap for a bit.
Thank you for keeping me company.
Of course, anytime.
Even though I didn't draw too much after you joined in because of my wrist.
Well, honestly, like given the fact that you were kind of in a sour mood, I felt like, company is nice and helps distract you from stuff,
Yeah. I
Yeah.
hope you have a good rest of stream.
Thank you.
Bye, Kat.
Have a good buys. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Oh my gosh, okay. Hydrate. This is what I'm working on. The bot for the server. Let me see if Cap is in his chat or not. Okay. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Anna! Hi, hello, hi. Hang on, wait. I got this. Sorry. Hold up. I got this. Wait. Hi, I'm a zombie. Can I have brains? Did you bring me brains? Have a good night, Anna. I smell brains somewheres. Somebody has them. Is that donut? Ah. Everyone go follow Anna. S.O. Undead. Anna. Hope that works. Yeah. That's okay. It's okay. Have a good night. You'll have to tell me about Mecha Chameleon later. Alright, now I gotta go my corner. Hold on. Go to your fucking corner! No. Okay. Alright, so we got that. Let's do some reaction rolls. Notifications. I don't know that I don't know. Maybe? Maybe? Currently working on server bot. Server bot. Okay. So what if I did all of this stuff? Copy. Change. Wait, what? Default. What? So I have to do the verified role. Okay. I was curious. So I gotta go into here. Roles. Verified. Default. Change view channel to toggle off. Display. View channel off. Save. Select verified role. View channel. Save. Close the settings. In your channel list, edit channel for your rules channel. Select permissions on the sidebar. Enable view channel but disable. Hold up. Does it have to be verified? I guess it doesn't matter, really. We'll just use it for right now. Understand? Publish. There we go. Okay. Delete message. Okay, so now I'm going to manually add people. For the verifications. And then art tax. myself. Clover needs to... More time when I your soul. Yes, okay. Anna. Clover. In love with my body, and my body in love with me. Not the mess of this relationship in my body. Okay, and then Dean. Danny. Danny. Anna. Always love will never be. Ah, interesting. Okay. Ambila. TJ. The Pixie, that's Pixie. Dun, 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 the Robbie scene. I'm trying to make sure I get everyone. I feel like I'm missing someone. War. Verified. Not to blame, but it's always the same. Back in the deck. Rich people, we got checks. Oh, rich people picking us all. Okay, so then let me get into rolls. Rich people back in the deck. Checks. Knocking us all. Lit. Mm-hmm. No, that seems to be everybody. Okay. 12 members out of 13. I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? Who am I missing? Hi, Orchid! Hi! How is stream? Hi, Air. What were we playing? Stardew? How'd that go? I'm doing pretty well. Aspen is admin, so I don't have to worry about Aspen. Hobby. Yeah, Aspen made the server, so I don't have to worry about that. I feel like... Hold on. Yeah, no, I think I got everybody. I'm gonna do an announcement just in case, though. List of something's getting paid. Go, die. For the leaves. How's it going, everyone? How was the Stardew? Did you get far? Are you winning the Stardew? Did you run the mayor's pants up the flagpole again? In summer year, just did the luau? Nice. Luau. Hello? um, I haven't grabbed them yet, but I was going to throw them in the luau stew. Is that the one where the mayor comes and, like, tastes it? Okay, have fun with the dinners. Make sure you fax me some. Yeah, let's do. Permissions. So yeah, everyone should be able to view it. Can't change the name. You can add a reaction. Here's the advanced view. Hang on. Advanced. Can't you hear it? You can hear it. Wants me to. Oh. Da-da-da. Permissions. Ask about. Sorry. Maybe I just do the neutral of everything. Okay. Now comes the hard part. Now comes the real hard part where I have to like do each individual roll. Um. Which means I have to do a bunch of... I have to do a bunch of different roles. Damn. Brain says I'm done. I'm done. I got this far. You text external links. I don't care about automod too much. Oh no, absolutely no. That's not a thing that I want to do. Oh, settle down. Cancel. Ticketing, invite tracker. Cancel. Invite tracker ticketing polls, embedded messages, search anything, reminders. No. It's kind of temporary channels. I don't know that I need to do that. I think it's fine the way that it is right now. We can add that later. Um, this is going in the bulletin board. Auto delete. Let's make have a good night. Right, okay. Nope. Okay, so I can add that later. Hi, Luna. We're adding a bot to Discord. I'm trying to figure out stuff, and of course, just like I broke my server, I've broken this one. Sometimes I'm trying to figure out what's going on with it. How you doing? Nice. Raina, go get snackies. Go get snackies. Go get snackies. Go on. Nice. Nice. What are we going to have for breakfast? Can I join you? I could love. That reminds me, I gotta take my meds. To somebody up at once. Oh. Don't know what to say. Just ate a Philly steak. Some lemon pepper wings. Ooh, that sounds great, actually. He's someone I could love. We should this obsession, yeah, you might be one I should love for somebody. Love once. Gentlemen. All right. Server settings. Roles. Um. We'll do noon, probably. That's a good middle ground. Why? Okay, well, here, should I just reset everything? Maybe that's what's causing it, is I shouldn't be messing with any negatives and just keep it neutral? Maybe? Everyone does not have permission to view or connect channels on all channels in the server. Used advanced view. Here's my advanced view. The under roles, right? Still even in the morning. Dang it! My bag of cans that I have to turn in fell. And scared the crap out of me, actually. Let's do rolls, we'll do verified. Okay. So I can see that and that. No, I don't want them to see that and that. Okay. Alright. At least it was nothing important. No. It was just a bag of cans I gotta turn in. That's all. It was just very, very loud in my ear. And let me play again. And abandon him. Song up to 10 and let it play again. He's not your friend, well, you can't abandon him. Song up to 10 and play again. Not your friend, you can't abandon him. And how down. Hi, Aspen! How's it going? Yes, my lovely dog, what do you want? You need outside? I'm going to be done here soon. I can let you outside then. Is that okay? Can you settle for right now? Can you settle for right now? Come on. Settle. Thank you. Working on the banner? Okay. I'm working on being frustrated. Ah. Okay. today. Look at the way. The send messages at the bottom. You channel, yes. I just saw it. Send messages. No. Uh, just, I'm not. It's in distress. Who's depressed? I did the bitch to death. Chicken, I kick my means. Invalid. Hold up. I'll fix it. Save. I take my meds. Oh. Oh my gosh. This is difficult. Like, more difficult than I remember it being, I'll be honest with you. Alright, so here we can do streamer, auto refresh, auto delete, post in bulletin board. Bulletin board. Hello? We'll do search Twitch. Hi! How's it going? Pixie underscore meat. Save and close. Auto delete. How you doing? What's the hit the happenings? What's cool? What's chill? Just geeking? Fair enough. Anna? While we watch TV. No views, post in. Oh, I have to. Oh, okay. Alright. I have to pick bulletin board every time. Got it. Never happened. Oh. There we go. Just geeking out. How'd you find me? Did you come in from one of the raids? What's your PIN number? Can I sniff your brain? Recommended? Oh, nice. Nice. Nice, nice. Well, welcome. As you can see, kind of, I am a zombie. I do occasionally eat brains, but I much prefer grains, actually. Give me some good nudes. You know? I'll watch TV. I'll just add Aspen right now. Whoops. We have to pick the thing first. Aspen zombie. Auto delete. What's the news in the spheres? Keep popping out. Why am I thinking of that? Oh my gosh. Do I want to be viewed as cringe? I know Autumn's by heart, so I can do Autumn's. I think I actually know most of them by heart. To be honest with you. Also, ads in like 2 seconds. Enjoy. Who you are. Oh yeah, I should probably leave the Discord since I'm not talking to anybody anymore. Ming by ba ba da 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 da. Whomever you want, the way you say. No. New zombies. Introductions. The map can be done later. Oh, right. Copy. Bulletin board. Paste. Live yourself to death. Auto delete. Save and close. Okay. I think I've been pretty productive today. We sat and chatted, so it was mainly like a podcast kind of day. You know? It's okay. It's okay to punch Nazis. No, hang on. We'll put this. You can not view. And then I have to make save. And then I have to make a roll. Just under settings. Great. Red, white. Maybe that's what I needed. Holy shenanigans. Shenanigans. That's what was needed. No, 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 no. There we go. Okay. So that's like that. And then we come down here to this channel and we go this, go, yeah. And we go, yeah. 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 And yep. And that's it, right? Yep. Save. Why'd the music stop? How dare. Okay, what role should I have the not safe for work? do settings. We'll go to roles again. We'll do save permissions, view channels. Save. Okay, so then amazing. I love it. I like it. I like it a lot. But I also like things like that. My one of my other servers that I did a banner for, it was just a Doge face on a Twinkie. That was the banner. So happy last day of Pride. Happy last day of Pride, McGee. How are you? My life this way. In my life this way. That's silly. I know it's great. I went to Savannah. Oh, I'm kind of sad that I missed it, but I'm also glad I didn't go. My life this way. Life this way. Spicy. Spicy. View the channel. Send messages. Embed links. Attach files. External emojis. Add reactions. Turn off stickers. Okay, so then I can go here. You have to apply for a lottery to buy tickets to keep scalpers from getting tickets. I won and got tickets. Nice. It wasn't supposed to be sunny, and it was very sunny the entire time. I ran out of the house without any kind of SPF. Ooh. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Everything. Okay. 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 Good. What about okay. That's doing pretty well, actually, I think. So how red are you? How red are you? Twitch broke Opera. Have a good lurk. Lobster. Sent you a pic. Hold up. Holy cow. I'd say that's pretty lobster. It's got that nice red-orange glow. Let me know if it should have let me upload. Just want the king chamber might be what I love. Be what I love. Dun, 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 Add me to everything, bitch. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I think I have to boost the server in order to be able to do the banner, but I can fix that. My sis is like, you're going to have a sick tan, or it's just going to peel and there's not going to be any tan. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Yeah, I'll probably be ending soon anyway. Did you take pictures though? Things? You take pictures? Oh, in my brain. Away. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, this is not mine. Hold up. Hang on. I was mostly just enjoying and cranky. I got a few pictures with my friend and I. They're on Facebook. Oh, okay. I'll have to go look for it. I have to step away from the stream for a second, so Okay. Ow. Nothing like running over your own foot. Alright. So that's Mom's sandwich. Okay, I think I'm going to end it here, actually. I'd like to thank everybody who stopped by. Hopefully I'll see you again soon, Fangs. We gotta hang out at some point. Maybe. Maybe we'll do, like, movies at the park or something. Depending on what it is they do. I haven't even checked to see if they have a schedule yet or whatever. So... yeah. Yeah, I'll have to, like, double check and see what the plans are. But I'll let you know. I think for everybody who raided, thank you. I am going to raid out, so please stand by. You don't have to stay, but if you do, that'd be cool. Let's see who's currently streaming. Lilith is... Let's go read Lilith. They're playing Lego Batmans. Yeah. You know, there's no raid message. Just say hi if you feel like it. And, I will see everybody tomorrow for some Gambit, probably. Mostly. We'll see. Anyway. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.